Well, howdy there, guys. Welcome back to Stewie MTG and another mail day unboxing for you. This has been about a week and a half's worth of mail that's been sitting on my Magic desk to be unopened. And this top one's rather special. It's from Scalefast, so you guys should understand that that is the Secret Lair mailing. I mean, I've already used my handy dandy, you can barely read the Stewie on there anymore. This was from the days when I worked at Disneyland, and that's where I got my nickname Stewie. And this box cutter holder has been with me ever since. So I sliced them all open to make it easier for us to open these up and take a look. So let's make sure there's nothing else in here. Feeling a bit of cardboard, I think, is what's in there to help prevent them from bending it. Yep, that's it. Piece of cardboard. With that, this is the Artist Series Leva Prima, I'm guessing, is how you pronounce it. And let's crack it open. Ooh, fancy foily. Notice how the packaging on the Secret Lairs is a lot less substantial than it used to be. You used to get basically deck boxes with the Secret Lairs. So let's crack this one open. Alright, well, let's take a look. Make sure nothing else is in there. So we have got a big thank you for being a part of Secret Lair. Okay. And apart from this helping to protect the cards, meh, whatever. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Of course, on the front, we've got Akroma. The whole reason I got this one, because as you guys know, angels are my jam. So we have Akroma, Angel of Wrath, with this new artwork, which looks awesome. I don't know if she's going to replace the Akroma that's in my Mono White Angels deck, or if this is just Chris collecting stuff. We've got a Mokaeus the Unhallowed for my Cleric deck. Got a Glissa Sunseeker for my... I don't know if I'm going to stick this in my Monogreen Elves or my Golgari Elves. We've got Olivia Mobilized for War for my my Vampire deck. And I got two Olivias. Oh, one's like the black and white art version, and one's the full art version. Okay, so anybody watching this channel, ooh, looks like that one's already got a... See that ding or nick on the corner, guys? Or is that just a really sharp cut? See if I can focus this in. Not really. You guys see that? Anyways, I might be getting rid of one of these two. Don't know which one yet. So if you guys are interested, let me know. Anyways, that's the Leva Prima one. Let's go ahead and put that up here to be sleeved. Next up, we've got a order from Card Kingdom, not Troll and Toad. Let's go ahead and leave the paper filler in there. So what have we got in here? I like the way Card Kingdom packs their cards. Yeah, it's a bit more expensive, especially for commons. Most commons go for $0.25 plus shipping. Unlike TCG Player, can vary between 2 cents and 25 cents. But it is what it is. But they do give you these cases. I like the fact that they give you these token cards, and you can already see one of the cards that's... most of the cards that are going to be in this are for my Baru Voice of Worms deck. So we got ourselves Goblin Token. We got Worm Calling. Jotol Worm. Oh man, back at Ice Age. Holy moly, did I play a bunch in Ice Age. Ice Age came out right as I had not only the job I worked with my dad, but then I started to work, quote unquote, a real job. So I had a bit of expendable income in 95. Roiling Regrowth, Harvest Worm. Let me zoom in here a little bit for you guys. Fallow Worm, Engulfing Slagworm, Plated Worm, Barbed-Tooth Worm, Whiptail Worm. Notice a lot of the portal printings. That's my version of blinging a deck out. Metamorphic Worm, Death Coil Worm. That one's bent in the corner. You see that? Impervious Great Worm, Panglacial Worm. Search your library, you get to play it. Penumbra Worm. We've got ourselves Arona's Monument and Craw Worm. The original Worm. The 6-mana 6/4 with vanilla. That was my Card Kingdom order. Now, I believe that this is one of the other orders. Don't have anything in there. I don't remember if this was from TCG Player or if this was from Card Kingdom. Wow. That's really tight, and I don't want to get my razor in there. So I'm trying to get this open because they didn't leave a little flap. In the new set, they're now duels with the land types that you can search. And I've been building a couple of, that just shredded, a couple of 5-color decks. And so my version of an optimized 5-color mana base is now these slow fetches, one of each of these, one of each of the, I don't know what you call them, but the other, they're rare, but they're not nearly as expensive. They come into tap dual lands with the types. So I ordered a grip load of each. These were off a TCG Player because one of the stores was offering them at, I think, a nickel each or something. Also, while I was on there, I grabbed some more slow fetches, Croson Verges. Here's some more of the new snow duel, or not snow, some of the snow duels. Arctic Tree Line. These are the snow duels from Kaldheim, as well as I had ordered the new snow duels. So there's a whole grip, because if you're building as many decks as I am, if we tilt up here a little bit, if we're building all of those, you need a few lands. So there's my stack of lands. Let's see what we got going on in this one. Empty. Trying to open this without revealing too much secret information. And pull that out. And what do we have here? We have ourselves a Craw Worm. Thought I'd cancel that off my order. Oh well. Didn't hurt. It was probably only a nickel or so. Don't know when I'd ever use it again though. Once again, another order. And this one. Sorry the video's so long, guys. Just having issues with that land. Well, that's really in there. So we got ourselves the Witherscale Worm, Crush of Worms, Barbed-Tooth Worm, and Thundering Worm. I just went ahead and rounded off. I had about 20 worms, rounded off with all of the others to make the decisions about which ones were going to stay in the deck. This should be the rest of the cards for me to build Baru. So I'm looking forward to finishing that, but unfortunately I am out of sleeves, and inner and outer sleeves at the moment. So he is going to have to wait until I resupply on my sleeves. Once again, double check this here. After this, just one more left, guys. Sorry for... And so now we have the new dual land types from Dominaria United. We're so excited. I have been waiting for them to do more lands with the land types that can get searched out, even if it is with the slow fetches, to make sure that my mana is fixed, especially when I'm running these 5-color decks. Horde of Notions is coming up. So is Garth One Eye. So we've got some idyllic beachfronts, Haunted Mires. Plus, I need to go back through some of my decks. A Geothermal Bog. Go back through some of my decks that don't have these new lands with land types. And to go through and make sure that I upgrade some of my ramp so that it can reach my land, reach the land types. So I may do some videos in the future, just kind of going through the deck and chit-chatting as I do. Sunlit Marsh, Scarred Peaks, Radiant Grove, Molten Tributary, Idyllic Beachfront. I just basically bought out one whole store's worth that had them at, I don't remember how much they were at, but these were a bit more than the Snow Duels. Snow Duels were only 5-7 cents each. These new Dominaria United lands with the types were 40 cents, 30-40 cents each. So it wasn't necessarily cheap. But then again, I have not bought any Dominaria United sealed. In fact, another patron of Cure for the Common Game, Double D, is going to be sending me some cards here from Dominaria United to help finish off some decks here. Wooded Ridgeline, some Tangled Islet, Sunlit Marsh, a stack of lands. Somewhere in the tune of like 150 lands. And here's some more. It's just paperwork. So here we see, these were the lands I was talking about earlier. I don't know what we call them, but the Canopy Vistas, the rare lands that comes in a battlefield tap unless you control 2 or more basic lands. They have the land types. I bought a bunch of those as well, so that I can really mana fix these 5-color decks, the Horde of Notions, the, which one? A Garth One Eye. I've got a bunch of 3-color decks coming up. Rocco, I've got Alayla, Lindy, Rafiq, Kalia, Ishin, and some 2-color decks too. Here's some Flooded Plains, some Grasslands. Help find those other lands that I just got. So it was time for a restock. I think the next big order is going to be to Dragon Shield to stock me up on some inners and outers. Here's Smoldering Marsh, some Prairie Streams, Floodplain, a little bit of everything in here. This is what Stewie would call blinging out his decks as far as mana bases go. I don't put regular duels. I think I have one regular fetch land. Here's some Canopy Vistas, some Cinder Glades, Smoldering Marsh. Some of the other ones were quite a bit more expensive. These Canopy Vistas, Cinder Glade were, between 50 cents and 70 cents each. So I picked them up And with that, that has been my mail day. Sorry, it's been a 15-minute video, but here we have a little over 200 lands and a bunch of worms for the upcoming deck. Stay tuned, as I might do a starting doing deck techs, especially as things are slowing down. My race for the 32 challenge, and get a hold of me if you're interested in an Olivia mobilized for war. With that, this has been Stewie MTG, and I will catch you guys later.